Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how you can connect multiple WhatsApp numbers to the same high-level sub-account in your CRM. So a couple of prerequisites for that. First of all, you just need to watch the installation video, so make sure that you've got your devices connected. That's covered in one of our other videos there. So you can see here I've got two different devices attached here. Okay, one is already attached to a sub account. This is my second one that I'm going to attach to the same sub account. So just get your devices connected first of all and watch the installation video on that, which is covered in our other installation video. All right, so we've got two devices attached, but the second one is not yet attached to another sub account. The other thing that you'll need to make sure that you do is in your HighLevel account, you'll need to make sure that you do have a couple of users as well, because you need to attach WhatsApp numbers to users. So just make sure you've got a couple of users attached as well in there. Now, in our dashboard in here, once we've got our two devices attached, we'll go to our sub account SIM and see here, this account here, my CRM SIM iMessage test account. Now I've already got two iMessages attached to this, so you can check that other video there on how to connect multi iMessage. It's very much the same as this one. And I've got one WhatsApp attached here. Now I'm going to add my new device, so I'm just going to click on here and I'm going to assign a new WhatsApp device. And remember, we've already added the device, so we're going to assign it. We could use this to add a new one, but we'll just assign it here. And I'm going to select that second device, or sorry, the other user, or the user that I want to assign it to, and the second device, and just hit the sign. Okay, now that's that done. Now, the way that this will work through HighLevel is that any leads that are assigned to this user will get sent messages from this number, and any leads that are assigned to this user will get sent messages from this number when they go through automations. If you send messages manually, that's slightly different, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The other thing as well in here is you will need to set your default, your WhatsApp preference. So here, I've got WhatsApp with iMessage as a backup. So what will happen here in this scenario is we'll send WhatsApp first of all. If it's not a WhatsApp number, it's then going to go to iMessage, and then it will send iMessage. And with iMessage, we have SMS as a default with iMessage anyway, so it will then automatically fail to SMS if it's not an iMessage number. Okay. Now, if we're doing bulk, if your reason for doing this is you're sending volume, okay, and you want to do SMS as a backup, then you're going to need to get the SIM card, okay, and check out our SIM card installations, because the volume for WhatsApp is higher than you can do for iMessage, okay? So again, check our video tutorials on WhatsApp and iMessage about the send rates on there, but effectively with WhatsApp you can send, once you've got them up and running, you can send up to one message per minute once you've got them up and running. With iMessage, it's more limited, so up to 50 new numbers per day that you can send them to. So if you're using this conversationally, that's fine. You can do WhatsApp with iMessage backup. Perfect. It will do WhatsApp, iMessage, and then it will default and fail to SMS anyway with an iPhone attached. If you're sending for database reactivations or anything like that, you're going to need WhatsApp with SMS as a backup and use the separate Android SIM cards for SMS as a backup there. Okay, but just select the order that you want your messages to send in here, and that's how that will work. So for me, I'm just using WhatsApp and iMessage here. Okay, so we need to make sure that we select that as well to make WhatsApp actually work, because WhatsApp will be our first number. All right, so that's done, and then we've connected that. So we can see here we've got our two numbers connected to the same sub account. Now in HighLevel, the way that this will work is that when leads, I think I mentioned this already, is that when leads are assigned to a user, if it goes through automations, it will send it via the number assigned to that user. So this lead here is assigned to this user, and then this lead here is assigned to our second user. So we can show that as an example, and I've got a very basic workflow set up here. So this is just going to trigger through the standard SMS module. So I've got a test SMS. I should make this actually, I'll make this WhatsApp just to avoid any confusion here, because this is actually sending a WhatsApp message. It just uses the SMS module in HighLevel. So we'll save that. I'll just hit save on there. Now, if I go to my leads here I'm going to select both of those, and I'm just going to push them through this workflow. So multi-user demo. So I'll add that to the automation. Now they're just going to run through here. Okay, we can see they've gone through here now. Now, if we go to our users, we will see that this one here, Gary Test iPhone. So assigned to Gary Caps JD user. So the message is sent from Gary Caps JD user. If we go to our other one, assigned to John user 2, so the message is sent from John user 2. Now, here's the part where people do get confused sometimes though, is that even though the user is assigned to John user 2 here, I am signed in as Gary Caps JD. So if I send a message from here now manually, this will still send from me because that's who I'm signed in as. So if you do a manual message in here, it won't take it from who the user's signed from. It will always work from who you're signed in as. That's a high-level function, okay? If you want to send a message to the lead from this user here, you need to do one of two things. So you can switch to the user. So I'll log in as John user 2. Let that load up for a second. All right, so now I'm logged in as John user 2. The lead is assigned to that. So I'll do manual send from John. Okay, and you can see now this is actually using John as the user to send. Okay, so that's how you're going to have to do it if you do it manually by either switching user, or I'm just going to put this back, switch back to my account. If you check our snapshot and go to our support center, we have this multi-SIM override text message. Now there'll be a link with this video to go to this training tutorial here, but we have a multi-SIM override text message. So if you go and watch this video here and install this snapshot, this will put in an extra function inside of HighLevel, so you'll have this messaging function here. Okay, now if I type a message in here, I'll say test from override. Okay, and now I save that. You'll see here I'm logged in as Gary. The user is assigned to John, but I'm putting the message in here. So I'm going to hit save here. That's going to run through. I just need to refresh that. Just reload the page. Okay, sorry guys, I paused the video there because it didn't run through, and I realized I actually had the workflow in draft, so it didn't run through. So, but if we do that, I'll just do it again here just to show. If I just put this in here and I hit save, this will run through. There we go. So that runs through the workflow, and we can see that it uses John user 2. So it will always default it through because now we're using a workflow to determine which user it's from. So in summary, I guess, just make sure you've got your WhatsApp numbers connected. So connect up however many WhatsApp numbers you want. Then you can assign them to the sub account as long as you have users that you can assign them to. When it goes through workflows, it will automatically filter through and it will send from the correct user that the lead is assigned to through workflows. If you manually type in a message in the dashboard, you're going to need to either switch to the user to make sure it goes from the correct user, or use our multi-SIM message override workflow here from our snapshot, and then that will also automate it through and make sure that it gets sent from the right user.